Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. So it looks like Ckiminaj continues to clap back at Scratch Off and throw some subliminal shade. And then on top of that, a lot of fans think she might be putting out a new remix pretty soon. Now, Ckiminaj tweeted, "This is what won't womp womp 3, a lot of hearts, 5, and a emoji." Okay. And a lot of fans are speculating that she is throwing shade at Scratch Off because remember when Scratch Off recorded her phone calls back in 2022, she said, like, this won't benefit you. Beefing with me won't benefit you. And also, when Scratch Off was calling Ckiminaj a 40-year-old bully and super freaky grandma, Scratch Off accused Ckiminaj of subtweeting her, and how she was going back and forth with Ckiminaj through their DMs and through text. And she called Ckiminaj a 40-year-old bully. Ckiminaj responded and said, "All this time, I thought you were at least 35. And ever since then, Scratch Off has been wearing less makeup. She's been wearing her real hair because, a lot of people were saying that Scratch Off do look old." And also, Ckiminaj said, "Ain't shaming when you look like you are pushing 40. Ain't shaming, but was begging for a feature. Imagine what them jeans gonna do in 10 years. Oh, so you 20. Oh, okay. At least it match your album sales. You sold 20K, right? Mad you flopped. That's why you really mad." And that statement still stands today, 2 years later, because Scratch Off is only going to do 25,000 to 27,000 first week, but it could go up to 30. You never know. Okay. Now, with that being said, this comes right after Scratch Off, Flo Milli, and Sexy Red did their golden shower interview with Paolify for the Plastic Cups era. Okay. And even Scratch Off said that she would collaborate with some of her ops, aka Ckiminaj.
It could be just a whole song with all girls.
Oh, God. That would be fire. I'd be down to do it even with I don't like to.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm down.
It'll
be good, just for history.
For sure.
All aside, it'll be fun.
Not only that, though, Nicki Minaj played Nasty by D0JA on Station Head, and a lot of fans believe that she either will do a freestyle or she will put out a remix to the song. D0JA did say she had a few remixes in the stash, and Nicki Minaj also said that she had a few surprises in the stash that will be coming out soon. D0JA, it looks like a snippet of Doja Cat bringing in the heat has leaked onto the internet.
I get on top, look like Kid and Play, got a natural glow, got some day, boy, she a chicken head, we don't click that way.
Okay, that sounded fire. That sounded fire to me. When does this drop? Okay, it looks like Doja Cat is bringing in the heat, and I think that Doja Cat is going to be one of the artists. I'm saying it now. I feel like Doja Cat is going to be one of the artists to dominate in 2025. Okay? Don't say I didn't warn you. I feel like Doja Cat going to bring the heat in 2025. Now, moving on to Botchin' Pregnant and Nicki Minaj. Fans are speculating that Nicki Minaj could put out the Pink Friday 2 Roman Reloaded album because she posted on her Instagram, Gag City Reloaded, okay, with the tour dates for her second leg tour. So it seems as though she will be dropping new music. With that being said, though, a lot of fans believe that Nicki Minaj baited all the female rappers to drop, okay, and that she actually used Pink Friday 2, the album, as a distraction, and then she's going to line them like Fractions, on her 6th album, okay? So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, the only female rapper that hasn't dropped is Botch and Pregnant, okay? And fans believe that Ckiminaj is going to drop her project after Botch and Pregnant drops her 2nd album, and then she is going to bring the real deal when it comes to the music, okay? My whole thing, I liked Pink Friday 2. I don't see why people think that the Pink Friday 2 era was a scam. I liked the album. Now, the rollout, that's a different story. But I did like the album. The album's still fire to me, okay? I'm still listening to Pink Birthday, R&B, Let Me Calm Down. And here's the thing. Even if she baited the female rappers, right, to drop, Botch and Pregnant is so scared to drop, she still won't drop her album, okay? Because she's scared that she might do under 100,000 first week. So she gonna have to do a little bit more baiting for Botch and Pregnant. But I think Botch and Pregnant is scared to drop, because if she wasn't scared, she would have already dropped her album already. Now, moving back on to Ckiminaj. So Ckiminaj called out Elliott Wilson a few days ago, or actually I think it was like a week or two ago. She called him out, and he has finally clapped back. Now, this is what she said a few weeks ago.
They have to put photos of people like me on their page in hopes that they get some friends, and that's really not what you know what I mean? So people use social media for a lot of things, but it normally boils back down to follow the money, right?
Ash
Follow the
Miracle.
money. Now, of course, today's in this day and age, a lot of people equate clout with money, but we're not talking about them. We're not talking about them. They gonna learn that. But we talking about someone, if someone were the age of, let's say, 53, you think
Ash Miracle.
they should be messy on the internet? What do you think? And if they have to be messy on the internet in order to get their coin, don't you feel bad that they didn't get enough coin before they turned that age?
Now, this is what Harry Bussy Elliott Wilson had to say in response to Ckiminaj.
Anything specifically negative towards Nicki from me has not happened since that one incident in December. So why
Ash
randomly
Miracle.
do I wake up yesterday and she's doing her station head secret society radio meeting with her barbs, a council meeting, speaking cryptically about things where she always disses people you don't know what she's about, but then she says 53 years old, which makes it clear she's talking about me. And then why is everybody on my age and shit? Pause. Like, why is the ages like I'm 50 free? God bless. You should be thanking me that I lived that long. Man, I still am, and I'm that nigga. So what is the problem? Like, what is this 53 fascination? And then you got people in their 40s. You got people in their 40s trying to clown me for being in my 50s. Nigga, you're old too. Yeah. Kai Cenat is calling you uncle and auntie too. You ain't young. You in the old section with me, my nigga. What are you talking about?
Okay, so that's what messy Harry Bussy Elliott Wilson said about Ckiminaj. Basically, he's saying that Ckiminaj is old and she should not be age shaming because she's in her 40s. That's basically what I got from that clip. And he said that he hasn't said anything negative about Ckiminaj since, the time he critiqued her going on Kai Cenat's stream, back when Pink Friday 2 dropped and she did, promotion for Pink Friday 2 and she went on Kai Cenat's stream. So he did not like that, but he claims he hasn't said anything negative about her since. Now, moving on to the Warner CEO. He has acknowledged that Megan Thee Stallion is one of the significant contributors to Warner's successful financial performance for the second quarter of 2024, during which the company achieved an overall revenue of $1.5 billion. Now, this is separate from Titanic's revenue, okay? This is just strictly Warner. Also, artists that are signed strictly to Warner and not Titanic Records that have contributed to the success of the revenue growth at Warner was Burna Boy, Dua Lipa. They were also contributors to the success, but this also proves that Megan is not independent. How you independent, but you making $1 billion company, Warner, more rich? That don't even make any sense. Okay. See, I can't be bamboozled by Megan and her lies. Cause the thotties were saying she's independent, but an independent artist don't make Warner millions and billions of dollars. They make themselves that. You work for Warner, you're a puppet for Warner, and you contribute to their $1.5 billion growth, which means that you are not independent. Independent artists put out music strictly by themselves. So, we caught ya. We caught you in another lie. Now, moving on to Scratch Off. Complex names the top 50 Atlanta rappers of all time. We got Bottom Nas X at 50. I'm like, what? Why would he be there? Sean Paul at 40. I thought Sean Paul was from Jamaica. Wait. Why did I think Sean Paul was from Jamaica? He from Atlanta? Okay. Childish Gambino at number 33. 27 is Jid. 25, Scratch Off. I don't think so. 24, Twizzler Hair. 20, Gunna. 19, Takeoff. 16, CeeLo Green. 15, Quavo. 13, Off the Cheat. 12, Playboy Cardi. 11, 21 Below Average. 10, Lil Baby. At number 9, we got 2 Chainz. We got Young Thug at number 6. Jeezy at number 5. Gucci at number 4. T.I. at number 3. Future at number 2. And Andre 3000 at number 1. So let me know if you agree or disagree with this list. I agree with majority of the people on this list. Majority, not everybody, but majority of the people on this list. Let me know if you guys feel like anybody was missing. My whole thing is I don't understand how Bottom Nas X is on this list at all. I don't really feel like he will ever be one of the greatest rappers of all time ever in Atlanta. I think that is just crazy. And to me, wouldn't Bottom Nas X be considered a pop star? Okay, because I remember y'all said, D0JA Cat, she sing most of the time. She a pop star. So does Bottom Nas X. Okay, he not really a real rapper. He don't spit like that, in my opinion. Now, speaking of Scratch Off, Scratch Off's album, Sugar Honey Piss Tea, the sales and streams on Paolify have not been that great. Now on the 4th day, because I think we did the first 3, we went over the numbers for the first 3 days, but the 4th day, she only did 1 million streams on Paolify. The 5th day, same thing, 1 million streams. And the 6th day, 1 million streams for one album. Okay. And Ebro was trying to compare Scratch Off to Camel Face. Okay. Lyrically, I couldn't even believe that. But if I would Scratch Off, I would just, maybe go on Love and Hip Hop, maybe see if 21 Below Average will knock you up and have some kids, because the music thing ain't selling. Okay. And, they're saying that it's a total of 100 million streams total, only because, she put out, Put It in the Trash, the Put It in the Trash remix, Mistress Service, the Mistress Service remix, that had streams, before the album were released. So, she's trying to contribute that to her album sales. It's not going to be applied to her first week sales, but it will contribute to her album sales as a total. Okay, now fans are saying she don't have vinyls and stuff like that. But why would RCA the Colorist invest in vinyls for Scratch Off if she can't even sell? Make it make sense. How much vinyls is she going to sell? 1,000 copies? Okay, because she's not really doing a lot of per sales. I can tell you that now. So it's just another flop era for Scratch Off, unfortunately. But no shade, what else is new? I mean, Scratch Off usually flop, but maybe she could have made amends with Nicki Minaj and Nicki could have given her a collaboration, for her album. That definitely would have boosted the sales, but I'm happy that Nicki Minaj is no longer helping these flop D and Z list female rappers. Now, moving on from that, Katy Perry is going to receive the Video Vanguard Award at this year's Video Music Awards, okay? Now, let me know how y'all feel about it. I just kind of feel like it shouldn't have went to Katy this year. I mean, who wants to get the Video Vanguard Music Award while you're flopping? Okay, no other artist, well, besides, maybe D0JA, but other than that, most of these artists got their awards when they were winning. Nicki won the Vanguard Award when she had Super Freaky Girl. Super Freaky Girl went number 1. Do We Have a Problem went number 2 on the Hot 100. We Go Up was successful. I mean, 2022 was a really good year for Nicki Minaj, okay? Same thing with Riri. Riri dropped Anti, and she was presented with the Vanguard Award that year, okay? Even Queen B got the Vanguard Award when the Beyonce album was hot, okay? And popping, okay? That's when everybody started switching the release dates for music to be on Fridays. It used to be on Tuesday, but remember, Queen B made surprise drops popular, and she did the surprise drop for the Beyonce album, and then she won the Vanguard Award. So I just feel like with Katy flopping, it's just not going to be as exciting. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I don't know if I really would go out my way to see her performance. No shade. It's like, I know she'll probably do a decent performance, but Katie's not hot no more. I feel like they should have done it when she was hot. No shade. They should have done it years and years ago because she's not hot right now. And, the other pop stars have received the Vanguard Award when they was hot. Besides, Jennifer Lopez, but everybody else still popping. So, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me, but it is what it is. Congratulations to Katy. Now, moving on to Ckiminaj, she released the hottest R&B pop album of the year. Yes, I said it. She released the hottest, well, it's not an album. It's more like an EP because she only released 8 songs. But the songs were fire. I don't like Nasty Like That or Getting No Sleep. But the songs I do like are completely fire. And I did like most of the songs on the EP. Thirsty is fire. That's a bop. When I Get You Alone, that is a bop also. No Broke Boys is definitely an anthem, okay? And No Stimulation, that song is fire, okay? I didn't even know Ckiminaj could sing like that. I knew she could sing, but she was singing on No Stimulation. The background vocals on that song is completely fire. I would have to give this EP a 9 out of 10. Okay? Ckiminaj did her thing. And I wasn't even a fan of Nasty or, Getting No Sleep. But the rest of the songs on this EP is fire. She only got 8 songs on the EP. But, Ckiminaj, why would you put out 8 songs and this is the hottest year you've ever had in a long time? I mean, goodness gracious, why would you do that? I mean, you're supposed to at least put out at least 10. And then some of the songs are only like 2 minutes. No Stimulation should be longer. I'm going to have to give you Don't Give Today. It don't make no sense. You have the hottest moment right now, okay, for one of the R&B girls. Everybody else is kind of cold right now. And you decided to put out an 8-song EP. Come on now, Ckiminaj. That was not the right move. I'm going to have to give you Don't Give Today. The songs are fire. And I do think that Ckiminaj has one of the hottest EPs / albums so far for the R&B girls or pop girlies, in my opinion. Whatever category you want to put her in. But the songs were too short. And it was only 8 songs, so that's why I can't give you a 10. I gotta give you a 9, and then unfortunately you will be receiving Donkey of the Day, because it just don't make no sense. Nasty was one of the hottest songs of the year, and you give us 8 songs. That don't make sense. Now Gaga and Bruno came back and put out a song called Die With A Smile. And, you know, it was okay. I feel like this song was boring. Like, it wasn't something I would, like, repeatedly listen to. It was a lot of screaming, a lot of yelling. I think that this was a boring comeback single for Bruno. I think he can do better. Okay, I think he was being a little bit lazy. Now, I get why he chose, you know, Gaga, but if he really wanted to really take it up a notch, he really could have called Queen B or Queen Ari. You know, that would have, you know, broke the internet. This ain't gonna break the internet like that. No shade. It was kind of boring, but it's not a bad song. Like, sonically it sounds good, but it's not something I would put in my playlist. But anyway, I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description, and have a great day.